Is it a lifesaver or a geopolitical tool? Today, debates rage about USAID, one of America's most controversial agencies. Founded in 1961, it symbolized U.S. soft power for decades. But by 2025, it teetered on the brink of collapse. Why do Donald Trump and Elon Musk call it a nest of vipers? How did USAID evolve from Europe's post-war savior to an organization accused of election meddling and even bioweapons development? Let's dive into its complex history. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy signed an executive order establishing the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Its mission: to counter two threats: post-war devastation and Soviet influence in Africa and Asia. USAID merged existing aid programs, including the iconic Marshall Plan, which rebuilt Europe. Its original goals were to combat poverty and hunger, strengthen democratic institutions, and counter communism through economic development. For 60 years, USAID operated as the world's largest aid agency, with an annual budget of $40 to $50 billion. Its programs spanned over 100 countries. It delivered humanitarian aid, fighting epidemics like Ebola in Africa, and providing disaster relief after the Haiti earthquake. It built schools in Afghanistan and rehabilitated torture survivors in Latin America. It funded independent media in Ukraine and trained activists in Serbia. But USAID was never neutral. Its work always served U.S. interests. In the 2010s, it backed anti-government movements in Cuba under the guise of supporting hip-hop artists. Post-2003, Iraq saw USAID contracts awarded exclusively to American firms. Scandals haunted USAID from its early days. It was accused of interfering in sovereignty. In Russia from 1992 to 2012, USAID funded NGOs like Golos and Memorial, leading to its expulsion. In 2014, it attempted to destabilize Cuba via the social network Zunzuneo. Employees collaborated with the CIA on covert operations, including coups in Latin America, projects promoting LGBTQ+ rights in Serbia and Colombia, sparked accusations of exporting values. With Trump's return to the White House, USAID faced annihilation. Trump labeled it a radical cesspool, while Musk accused it of funding COVID-19 bioweapons research. Staff was slashed from 10,000 to 600, its website shut down, and programs transferred to the State Department. Projects halted in 22 countries, including Haitian clinics and Afghan schools. Dmitry Medvedev praised USAID's closure as wise, while the UN urged Washington to reconsider, warning millions would lose critical aid. USAID's story is one of contradictions. It saved lives, yet served as a soft power tool. Its 2025 shutdown symbolized a shift. Trump and Musk rejected globalism for America first. But what does this mean for the world? For some, it's the end of interference. For others, a catastrophe. 7.5 million Afghans risk starvation. Torture survivors lose support. USAID's history mirrors U.S. foreign policy, from altruism to cynicism. And now, that mirror has cracked.